I own nothing.
And what?
Gay?
No, proud.
I own nothing and I'm proud.
Louder.
I own nothing and I'm proud.
Louder.
I own nothing and I'm proud.
I own nothing and I'm proud. I own nothing and I'm proud. I own nothing and I'm proud.
That what he calls it?
You will own nothing and be proud. That's right. In 2026, we've seen a lot of things happen. We've seen men doing drugs online, people being cucked, people smashing their face in the head with a hammer to look max and retard max. But nothing is more devastating than watching your favorite game company stop making video games. Well, they're not stop making games, they're just stop making games that you can own yourself. For some reason, every single company, gaming company out in the world that's a AAA studio or that's been around for years, all anonymously agree that we should get rid of the physical discs or physical copies of any video game that you own. So goodbye to games owning your games, because it's not yours no more. You're just licensed to play them. PlayStation recently did a thing where they made an announcement that they are going forward not making any physical game. They kind of hit it on this by like having no disk drive in the game unless you have like an attachment to it. But now it's official that they are not no more doing video games. Or physical video games, I should say. Also, you don't own anything on your PlayStation. You see, as soon as you breach any terms of service, they can do a Nintendo. They can take down your whole account, all the games you earned, all the games you bought. Just if there's a false flag, which is there's gonna be, oh well, you're SOL. People had their favorite movies on their PlayStation accounts for years, and I don't know why you use PlayStation to get movies, but I digress. PlayStation recently took down their license. Wait, no, they lost their license for certain movies, so then those movies you're not allowed to play anymore or watch because of license agreements and whatever. I don't know, but point is, millions of people lost their games. And what did PlayStation do? Did they give you your games back? Did they refund you for your movies? Nope. They just said, you're SOL. Technically speaking, you don't actually own your video games because you don't actually own the movies because the license is actually under PlayStation. So since it's under PlayStation, we actually own it, and you're using it as a streaming platform, which no one ever agreed to, except for everyone did, because to be able to play the game, you gotta accept their terms and agreements, which is completely BS. I hate that so freaking much. Why? Why are you making us do this? Why? Nintendo was the one who started this with the Switch 2. If you don't remember, the Switch 2, before you bought the game, you had to sign an agreement that the console wasn't actually yours. Everything on that console is actually being borrowed, so to speak. So you don't actually own it, and therefore if you break the terms agreements or try to hack it to your Switch, you will be bricked instantly. It was a huge debate. People still bought the Switch 2. I don't know why. But soon as the Switch 2 did that, I was done. But then you have even individual video game companies that's doing this themselves. Rockstar, a well-known game company that makes bangers games every single year, has finally announced that they are going to stop making physical copies of video games. The new Jet Set Radio. The new Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be no physical copies. I mean, well, you could pick up a physical copy, just a case. It'll just be a case with a little code thing that's not actually the game. But you know, hey, this is gonna prevent kids from buying the game in stores. What? Also, Rockstar also announced that you have to upload your ID online on their website to be able to play their game. So that way they're protecting kids from being able to not... What's wrong with my camera? That was weird. I forgot what I was talking about. Sorry, I'm getting haunted by Steve Jobs. I don't know what's going on. Point of being, everything physical, everything that's you wanted an actual copy of, all the little figurines and everything, you will not buy. They will not be yours. That way that the market can manipulate the market, not manipulate, but watch and keep eye so that no one's actually pirating their games or they're losing money. It's crazy that Rockstar is doing this because Rockstar was known as being like the top dogs of not giving a single crap. They did not care about anything. But with the new GTA and everything's coming out, it seems like things have turned to the worse, which proves the point that A good company can never last. There's always going to be eventually someone to ruin it. Same thing with governments. Same thing with kings and queens. You may have a good queen, but eventually their great heir is going to screw up somehow, some way, and you're just cooked. It's just part of human nature at this point. But this is just weird because we live in a democracy, right? Where freedom of speech, freedom of owning. You can own a gun, but video games, that's getting a little like, it's retarded. It's just video game has gotten so bad. It's gotten so toxic. It's gotten so like non-consumer friendly that I've lost interest in even playing any new games at all. If there's a new game to come out, I am very iffy about it. I actually think Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna suck, but I'm alone on that. Apparently everyone thinks it's gonna be amazing. I looked at the people who made it, who's behind it, and doesn't look good. So that being said, it's unfortunate that this is happening. I personally like having physical copies of games because sometimes you can't buy them even in your country, so you have to go to a different country because your certain games are banned in certain areas of the world. So then you have to buy it online and get a physical copy here. But now you can't do that because you're locked in the region. So since you're locked in the region, you would not be able to purchase certain games online or anywhere else, which really freaking sucks. So it goes back to the point of why wouldn't I just pirate? Why wouldn't I just pirate some games? Now I'm gonna make a confession. I'm not breaking the law anymore. When I was younger, I used to pirate games. I used to pirate games a lot. But here's the fun part about it. Every single game I pirated, I eventually bought. Isn't that weird how that works? Every single game I pirated, I bought. And if the games I didn't pirate, if the games I didn't like, I would delete. It's kind of like a demo. It's weird. Do we still have those? Remember the back in the day, they had like Xbox demos and like PlayStation had like little demo disc and things like that, and I don't think GameCube ever did, but oh well, or Nintendo. But it seems like companies are getting so lazy nowadays that they don't even put an effort to make good games, but instead they want to just make games to make money. And corporations getting so in depth with money making and so stingy that they rather buy lawyers instead of make good games, aka Nintendo. It's crazy that, like, if you look at any other games, right? Nintendo was in such a scuffle with Pal Worlds that they were so scared of them that they sued them for the most dumbest reason ever. They sued them for catching monsters and keep them as yourself. It's not like any other game did that before, right? It's not like Final Fantasy, Digimon, I don't know. Oh, but they don't sue them. They don't sue them. But this company, oh. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some monsters look exactly like Power World, but it's gotten so bad that I would rather support a company that's not money hungry and that doesn't try to make you buy things all the time and it puts out good quality that's constantly updating the games rather than a crappy nostalgic bait video game like Pokemon. Pokemon used to be an amazing game that I love playing, that I still have like lots of. I love Pokemon. It's my childhood game. It's one of the first games I ever played on. I loved how the games played, how the RPG mechanics was. Problem being that now things have moved on in time. All the games are crap. The last game that was decent is Sword and Shield. And that was like super fast. And it was really boring. It wasn't even that fun. And after that, it just got boringer, more boring. And it got to the point where it's just a walking simulator with really, really, really crappy freaking animations. Like, the people who made this game, you could tell it's just a copy and paste of things. Like, they don't even put no love. There was no love. There's no effort. It's just a corporation slop that it has a due date. And doesn't even have an updates. Like, notice how every big company, when they put a game out, they're like, okay, it's done. But when an indie developer puts a game out, they are always constantly updating the game and making it better and better and better because they have love behind it. Other corporations like, okay, we're done with this game, move to the next thing. That's not keeping nobody. That just they want you to buy the $60, give them $60, now about to be $80. They want you to give them this money, and then you can't necessarily return it because on Nintendo, wait, can you return Nintendo games? Oh, okay, so here's a good example right here. So, as of recently, officially, Nintendo does not allow refunds or exchanges for digital purposes. Isn't that... So, instead of making a good video game that people can judge you on and love and play, They make crappy games that you can't return, that you pay overpriced for, and that doesn't have the physical copy for, so you can't return it. So they can just bank you for your money. It's almost as if they don't give a crap about the actual player base. That's crazy. All I gotta say is that, like, the future is looking super grim. I don't know any AAA companies that I'm even looking forward to play anymore. Any of the games at all. They're scared to do anything but steal money. That's what it seems like lately. And that's why you will own nothing. And you will be proud. I'm just some guy with the mic. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think corporations is evil? What do you think we should do about this? Should we all just rally and start rioting at Nintendo stores? Or should we start rioting in public-owned businesses and burn their business on fire for no apparent reason? You be the judge of that. Alright, I'll see you guys later. That's all I want to talk about.